And we are live.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the May version of the Victor Town Hall. I'm the proud superintendent, Tim Terranova of Victor Central School District. And as we usually do in May, it's one of the most exciting times for us because we get to have our seniors, or at least representatives of our seniors, on the town hall with us. So we're going to talk a little bit about how their senior year is going, a little bit about just their life at Victor, maybe some advice for underclassmen, and certainly what their plans are for next year. And then they're going to give a shout out to any staff member that they felt really made a big impact on them. So without further ado, we're going to start. Ariana, welcome to the town hall. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Awesome. So Ariana, how long have you been in our district?
I've been at Victor since second grade, so it's been a while.
Second grade. So you've been
Mhm.
through, well, that started at the primary building, right?
Yes.
Wow. And talk a little bit about your senior year, maybe one or two things that you probably remember is going well, and any challenges you might have your senior year.
Um, what's going well is definitely my classes. I've been able to take classes that have really supported me and gotten me ready for the future. So that's been really exciting. And then definitely theater has been a big thing this year. Student directing the play and then getting to be a part of the musical has been such a great time.
Any challenges your senior year?
I think just knowing it's my last year in Victor and like having to say goodbye to my favorite teachers and friends who I know apart from this year.
Yeah, that can be challenging. It's a transition in your life.
Mhm.
All right, thanks, Ariana. I'll come back to you in a little bit. Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great, Kevin. How long have you been in the school district?
I've been in the district since first grade.
Whoa. So you were at the ECS, early
Yes.
childhood school.
Yes.
That's gonna be pretty cool when you do the senior parade because a lot of those teachers will be out there with signs and stuff. That's great. All right, talk a little bit about what you liked about the senior year and any challenges.
Senior year's been awesome. It's flown by so quick. I think my highlights are just spending time with the class, senior sunrise, senior trip, stuff like that. I guess probably the saddest part is just kind of knowing it's coming to an end and making sure everything's prepared for college.
Yeah, good point. Excellent. Welcome and thank you for being a part of this. Bella, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Bella, talk a little bit about how long you've been in the district.
I started in kindergarten.
Wow. So far you got the record. Kindergarten. Um, and you don't happen to remember who your kindergarten teacher is, do you?
Yes, I had Mrs. Verricchio for kindergarten,
Oh,
and she's
wow.
actually coming to the teacher appreciation concert for my last orchestra concert, so it's really cool.
That's exciting. And then what's been great about your senior year and any challenges?
I think definitely some of the highlights was like senior trip was a really great experience. I think just being able to hang out with, people from your classes, still in a school activity, but outside of classes, getting to know people a little better in the last year was really fun.
Awesome. And we'll come back to you with some other questions. Thank you very much for being here. Uh, Dane, how are you?
Great. How are you doing tonight?
Awesome. I just want people to know Dane was at the Unified basketball game, helping
Yep.
out the Unified team at their senior night about 20 minutes ago. So I don't know how we got home, but
Still a little sweaty,
we're
but you
glad
know what? We made it.
yeah, we're glad you're here.
Thank
How long
you.
you been in the district?
I've been here my whole life. So
Oh,
like
what?
whatever, pre-K through 12. I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
did you do pre-K here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yup.
You remember your pre-K teacher?
Miss Prado. She was the best.
She's still here.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Well, talk a little bit about your senior year and how it's going.
Okay, well, I think the things that have gone well is like how willing everybody is to help you and like put things together for you, like our teachers and like all the clubs that we're doing and stuff, and like just supporting our friends at like theater or sports events or just meeting up because I feel like everybody's coming together more since everyone knows it's like the last year. So you kind of got to cherish the time that you have here. Difficulties, I'd say it's definitely been busy, one of the busiest years for sure, with college and like APs. And I know these past 2 weeks, everyone has been cramming, studying, and all that, getting everything together. And obviously, you got to balance like your grades with the the senioritis and the fading effort that you keep on putting into school. So it's been definitely a challenge, but nonetheless, one I would do time and time again.
Great. Thank you, Dane.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Neil, how are you?
Doing great, doing great. How about
Good.
you?
Good. I'm great, Neil. All right, Neil, how long you been in the district?
I've been in this district around fourth grade, been
Yep.
a while. I moved from Tennessee and I remember being in fourth grade. It was pretty fun.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What do you like about the senior year? And just talk a little bit about it.
Our senior year is definitely the senior events, like the senior trip, the senior morning. Those are very memorable and made the year so fun. The year been so fast so far with all the fun classes. And the most difficult thing about it is definitely the colleges. That's the most stressful I've been, and like cramming for AP exams, what Dane said. But and yeah, preparing for the next phase of life. It's pretty crazy.
Makes a lot of sense, Neil. Thank you. We'll be back in touch here. And then last but certainly not least, Francisco. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Awesome. Now, Francisco, when did you come into our district?
Well, I came here since ninth grade. It was like 4 years ago.
4 years
That
ago.
was yeah.
And tell everybody where you came from.
I came from Mexico. I came from Mexico. I just came to live here. I said 4 years ago.
And did you speak English when you came here at the beginning of ninth grade?
No, I didn't speak any English at all. I was nervous because I didn't know any about English. So here I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. And talk a little bit about your senior year.
Well, my senior year is going very well. I think it's some classes that really helped me to what I want to begin for when I go to college. And some activities I'm doing, other activities I didn't do since I came, so that's doing very good time.
What's the biggest challenge at your senior year?
Yes, it is.
What's the biggest challenge, do you think, of your senior year?
The biggest challenge is to know what I want to be when I grow up, when I go to college. That's the biggest thing I was thinking about to what I want to do.
You know what? I think there's
What
about
the
320
things,
others that are thinking that.
yeah, it's been a hard topic to think about it. Some classes and some assignments I wanted to do, and well, not a lot of it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Francisco.
Yeah.
And then I know all of you are very busy, obviously. How do you balance the stress of school and everything you do so you don't get too stressed out? In other words, how do you handle mental health of just knowing you're busy as a senior, knowing you're transitioning to another part of your life? Let's start with Neil. Neil, how do you do that?
Well, it's definitely a challenge, balancing out. I got like jobs, college application, and high school. Pretty tough, but at the end, I already know that people are there to help me out for my journey too. I just know those people I know I could trust to talk to and such to help me out with any with any problems I have.
That's good. You got to have people around you that you can go to, that you can trust, to be honest with.
Hmm.
Dane, how about you? You're a busy man. How are you handling mental health and just making your life enjoyable, even with some stuff going on with stress and things?
Yeah, well, I believe it's the people that make the place. So I think I'm grateful enough to have like a strong like group of friends and family that support me. So I know that I can do what I can like day by day. But also I know that like many teachers and like faculty in the district are ready to help as long as you ask for it. Like I know nobody in the past 4 years that has denied me advice or like something if I've asked for it. So really everyone, just like the people around you, just supporting you. And if you look out for that help, they will give it to you.
That's great advice. That's awesome advice. Francisco, how about you? You came in not speaking English, ninth grade, new country. How have you handled kind of the stress of life? And you're extremely busy. I know you're involved in a lot of things.
Well, it was hard at the beginning because I didn't know anything about it. So right now, I've been trying to make a schedule about the things I miss or the things I wanted to do. Actually, talking about the job and schoolwork I have is very complicated, but I try to take the time to do the school assignments and the work time. So it's kind of hard, but I try to make a balance about it and make the so stressful.
I think balance is important. Planned out
Yeah,
too,
it is
right?
important.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
And then Bella, how about you? How do you handle the stress of your senior year?
I would definitely say, like a lot of other people said, just having people around to support you. A lot of times, like people that are in your same class that shares that struggle, but then also people who are from other classes who bring like a different perspective, and just having people to keep you motivated, especially as we get towards the end of the year and we're all thinking about getting done and having graduation. Just people that have you keep going is really nice.
Great. Thank you. And Kevin, how about you?
For me, it's been my friends, just dedicating time when I'm not doing schoolwork or working to spend time with my friends and to cherish the moments that we have all in the same area before we kind of go our separate ways. And then knowing that I have a great support system behind me with school, family, and faculty that makes it really easy to balance the stress and enjoy this last part of the senior year.
Great. Thank you, Kevin. Now, Ariana, how do you kind of balance the stress of you're involved in it again, just like a lot of others and a ton of things? How do you do it?
I think making sure I have fun with all the things going on, like having a dedicated time to hang out with friends or watch a movie and just know that it's okay to take a break.
Uh, the break piece is really important, isn't it? Yeah. And I think it's key for all of you not to put too much pressure on yourself and understand that, like I said, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And just like your physical health, sometimes you get a little bit injured or you don't feel as well as you know you'd like to. You just gotta recognize that that's normal and then make sure you got people that can support you. So I think that's important to know as you get out of high school as well. Um, Dane, I'll come to you next. How about some advice for underclassmen? You've now spent 4 years in our high school. What would you tell a freshman or a sophomore in terms of enjoying high school?
Yeah, so I would say I'll focus on one idea, but my freshman year, I was a little nervous. A lot was going on, and I was seeing all these posters for these like clubs and events and things going on, and I just didn't reach out and take them. And that came back at me. And I didn't have like maybe the best freshman year just because I wasn't reaching out and doing things and involving myself in the community as much as I probably should have been. So my advice would be to don't wait to get involved. Everyone is there. Everyone is ready to help you if you want it. And there's so many clubs, there's so many things, there's so many niche like opportunities that can fit like each and every person. And I would just say that don't be scared, even though it's a new environment, everyone is there to support you.
Great advice. Thank you. Neil, what's your advice for the younger kids that are coming into the high school next year?
I would just like to say the same, like being involved, as much as you can. You can really see the aspect of what Victor is, And another advice would be like, be risky, get out of that comfort zone, can't really find something else. You can't find what you love without, just staying in your comfortable zone. You gotta be like, get out there and like look for it, take
Yeah,
the chances and shows opportunities.
I love that. Especially kind of, you're not necessarily going to want to try it, but if you don't try it, you'll never know whether you like it. So great advice, Neil. Thank you. Uh, Francisco, what kind of advice do you have for kids entering ninth grade?
I would say to enjoy the time with in class with friends also to spend the most time not just focus on work or just on assignments, just spend time by doing the assignments and also spend time by yourself. It will be hard at the beginning, but you will catch the assignments. It's not hard. Even if you join two clubs on the high school, it's gonna be much fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bella, what's your advice?
I would say just try to put things into like a long-term perspective. I know all of us, try to do a lot of things all at once and try to do them all well. And I think really just prioritizing what's most important to you and what's going to matter in a couple years and what's not really helps you to balance everything.
That's a great piece of advice as well, Bella, because if you think long term and you want to be happy in what you do and happy with the people that you spend time with, then it kind of helps you to make decisions moving forward when you get older. You don't have to be, everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. You just got to have those goals. Love that. Kevin, how about you?
Yeah, so for me, just cherish your time here. It's 4 years sounds like a really long time, but the time you're spending with your friends and your classmates around you, it's going to go so fast. So cherish the time. And then when you start, build strong habits for schoolwork, for outside of things, sports, build those strong habits so they stick with you so you have that time to spend with friends and to go to events and cherish the time that you have here at Victor.
Great. Thank you, Kevin. Ariana, what's your advice for kids who are either going into the high school next year or already there, but are younger?
Mhm. I think to try new things. I didn't see myself doing student council or theater 4 years ago, but now they've become major parts of my life that have shaped me into the person I am today. So,
That's fantastic. So here's what I heard. I heard, uh, make sure you stay busy doing things, stay involved, try new things, take some risks, get out of your comfort zone, enjoy the time you spend in the present with the people. Also, enjoy your time by yourself, get to know yourself, have long-term perspective and goals, and cherish the time that you are with people while also building strong habits. I think if you put that into a little book, that would be pretty powerful. So I think it's great advice for everybody. Just, it's hard sometimes to do it. So then I'm going to combine the last two questions because you're busy people and I want to let you go. And that's going to be, what are your plans for next year? And a shout out to someone from the school district who's made an impact. And, you know, our philosophy here at Victor is we don't really care whether you graduate and go right into the workforce and try that, go into the military, or go to college, or do a combination of the three of them. What we do care about is that you have the skills that you leave, that skills when you leave 12th grade to be successful in any of those areas. I was actually trying to get a few more kids on tonight, but a few kids are so busy that they're working right now. So we got a busy senior group, but it's not so much what you do, it's how you do it and making sure that you get better at it as you get older and also most importantly enjoy it. So I just wanted to throw that out there because we think that's really important at Victor. So Ariana, you want to start us off? What are your plans for next year and who do you want to give a shout out to?
so I plan to go to Cornell to study computer science, to study front end development, so I can combine art with coding. And then I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Weist. He's been a great help in finding what I want to do with my life. And there's never a boring class with him, from his little quirky little side talks that he has or just the activities he plans.
That's exceptional. So when did you realize you wanted to go to Cornell?
I kind of applied on a whim back in December. I didn't think I was going to get in. My heart was set on Binghamton or Stony Brook. And then I found out I got in, and my whole world just shifted to going to Cornell. So it's been pretty great.
That's amazing. How excited were you when you found out?
I remember I started bawling my eyes out and just started laughing. So it was just crazy experience to see.
I love the idea around combining computer science and art and coding and mixing
Mhm.
the two. And it sounds like you got a great start at that at Victor High School. So
Mhm.
awesome. And I know Mr. Weiss would appreciate that shout out. Thank you very
Mhm.
much. Kevin, what are your plans for next year and who do you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so I'm heading to Marist University, majoring in human biology and doing Army ROTC while I'm there. And I'd love to give a shout out to you, Dr. Terranova. You offer such an experience for students all over the school to share their voices with you. And you really take the time out of your busy day to listen to us and to do and help us with what we want to better the school, as well as all the faculty at the senior high school. That everybody's amazing there.
Well, thank you, Kevin. That means a lot, especially from you. You're a big leader. Don't forget you're also an Eagle Scout. What made you combine the college experience with Army ROTC? What got you involved in that?
So I knew from the get go I wanted to serve my country. So, and looking at the college experience, attending a college was for me because I want to go on and get my PA. afterwards. So incorporating the Army ROTC factor and then getting to spend my time with the college experience really sold it for me.
That's fantastic. What a great experience it's going to be. And you really kind of followed your own advice. You got a plan and you're really thinking ahead about what is going to make you most happy. So really appreciate that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bella, how about you? A shout out and plans for next year.
Yes, I'm heading to Purdue University to study industrial design. It's really far away, which I wasn't planning on, but I'm looking forward to the adventure. And I'd like to shout out to both Mrs. Utz and Mr. Kataya because you have to do both. Not only have they been amazing with my experience in DECA, which has been incredible, but also with career development and just really encouraging us to think about, what we might be interested in outside of school and to challenge us to be go-getters. They've been so supportive in that.
So two things. Purdue, what sold you on Purdue in Indiana? And then just talk for a second about it, about industrial design, because I know that's a fascinating area.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, when I first applied back in December, I didn't really want to go there at all. I didn't know much about it. And it wasn't until I actually visited the campus that I fell in love with the energy there. And then industrial design kind of combines a little bit of art and a little bit of engineering, but less math than pure engineering. And so it's really just, I think it's designing products, but I mostly chose it because if I change my mind later on, it's pretty easy to pivot to something else.
Again, extremely thoughtful on your part. Love that. So you visited Purdue, it was the deal breaker or deal, what is it? The deal maker, whatever you want to call it. It really sold you, didn't it?
It did.
It's a great school. It really is. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Dane, how about you?
I will be going to USC, University of Southern California, to study business administration next year.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Talk about, before you give a shout out, talk about the decision making around going 3,000 miles away.
So USC I applied to as like a big reach school and never thought I would get in. But somehow I made it. And I don't know, I just loved everything they have, like the social scene, like the pride they have, obviously the academics, they have great business programs, and it just checked all my boxes besides location. But like the weather is really nice, but then again, it's on the other side of the country, which I mean, it's just a plane ride away. I mean, it's never really that far.
No.
So,
Wow.
and I was never worried about staying close or anything like that. So I'm very happy of where I am.
That's exciting, Dane. And then who do you want to give a shout out to?
I wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Coughlin because I had him in English in ninth grade. And usually, like your teachers, up until that point, if you work hard and you get good grades, they'll be like very nice to you and they'll love you and they'll support you, right? Mr. Coughlin was the first teacher I had that really just did not fit that. He pushed you in every way and he didn't like glaze anybody, or he kept everyone to the same standard no matter what their standing was. And I really appreciated that, how much he pushed me and how much he pushed the entire class.
That's a great tribute because he didn't let you sit in your comfort zone. He wanted you to continue to have a growth mindset and get better. Wow. Boy, that's USC. That's phenomenal, Dana.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Very much.
Okay. Congratulations. Neil, what are you up to next year?
Next year, I plan to go to SUNY Geneseo for a biology major, and then I'll move upstate medical school for PT.
Wow, you got some strong goals. So what made you really like SUNY Geneseo, which is an exceptional SUNY college right around us?
SUNY Geneseo has a great campus. It has a beautiful landscape, and I sort of like its smaller student count. I didn't even want to go to a huge university and such, but I thought SUNY Geneseo was a perfect fit, and it's a very nice community as well,
You like the sciences, huh?
Hmm?
Yeah. Because wait, you wanted to be? Tell me again. What's your goals right now? You want to be
A physical therapist.
Oh, you want to be a physical therapist?
Yeah.
Wow, they are very, very important. people. I go to one now because I hurt my shoulder a few months ago. So the people at Latimer, right on 96,
Mhm.
they're fantastic. That's a great experience and a great occupation that helps a ton of people. That's great. Real quick, what made you interested in physical therapy?
When I was a kid, I always wanted to help out people. That was my ultimate goal in life, and I also love meeting new people. I just want to help out people with those what they've been through, like the injuries and such, and help them with their journey to help rebuild their life.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it. And great goals to have and great opportunity moving forward. And last but not least, as I said the first time, Francisco. So you're graduated, my friend, and I know you're still trying to figure out what you want to do, which is very, very normal, by the way. What are your plans next year?
Well, I'm going to FLCC. I try to do the childhood education. Actually, I'm doing the internship. So I've been doing this. I also want to do photography. And my shout out for the school, I would say everybody, any teachers and friends. I don't. There's a lot of people I could say the name, but I would say anybody.
So Francisco, say again, I know you're interested in photography. What was the other thing you were going to explore at FLCC?
Childhood education.
Oh, wow. Are you thinking about being a teacher?
Yes, I was thinking about being a teacher.
That's exceptional. I have
Yeah.
to tell you, the FLCC program, I actually know them fairly well because of the work we're collaborating on between, especially the campuses are close. They are an exceptional place, and we have so many kids that go there and end up just, finding their groove and doing an amazing stuff when they get out of there. So I think that's a great place for you to try some different things and see where you want to be successful. But ultimately, coming over here from a different country when you were what, 13 or 14 years old?
I was 14 years old. Yes.
14 years old, not knowing the language and then becoming just an exceptional student and well liked and very well respected in the high school. I learned that on the senior trip. Um, you've already proven yourself. So sky's the limit for you. You're going to go anywhere you want. So congratulations on that. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is a great pleasure for me. Again, it's probably my favorite thing to do on a town hall because I get to see a variety of seniors. I'm really impressed by you. Every one of these seniors was, I asked the high school principal, give me some seniors who really just are very successful, great head on their shoulders, and are headed for great things. And these were the names that were given to me. So they're highly successful, but they do represent are over 320, I think 25 graduates, potentially 330 graduates in the next few weeks. Just a reminder to everybody who's watching, the budget vote is Tuesday night. It's actually not night, it's Tuesday all day, May 20th, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the ECS boardroom. You can vote at any time between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. We have a ton of stuff going on our campus in the afternoon. We got the CARES Carnival, which is a great event, especially for younger families, run by high school students. We have, what else we have? We have the Random Acts of Art, which are going to be up from 5 p.m. all the way through 7 p.m. That's in the high school area. It's fantastic. Student artwork will be all over the place. We have an orchestra concert at 7 p.m., a ton of athletic events. And again, you can vote anywhere between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. at the ECS. So hope you decide to vote. That would be awesome. And then again, to our 6 seniors, thank you so much. Thanks for being great role models and have an awesome, the favorite part of your year is coming up. There's a great many events and I know you're going to enjoy it. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See you later.